Hello everyone, name's Poppet, and I'm from the Nightfall server. My crew is called Puppeteers, so if you're ever interested in joining, come check us out sometime. So, I kind of found something interesting out, and I kind of wanted to show everybody about it. There's a trick to Lynn, and you can apparently make her fly. Since I use mobile, I don't really use PC, so I have no clue how it works on PC. But for mobile, if you want to get some height, go to a cliff, get a pillar out, use the 0 pillar, and then you can use Lynn, and as soon as you leap up with jetpack, basically, you can just kind of fly. You don't really need to do all of that, but if you want some height, it's going to be looking like that. So when I switched to Huma in battle mode, it was kind of weird because it showed blue flowers instead of the red flowers that Lynn shows. And I'm wondering if it helps with the balance class, and maybe with the balance class, any type of weapon can fly, basically. I don't know how to trigger it again, because I guess it only works when you're fighting, but I do like the effects of what Lynn can do, and I just really love the fiery effects from the Lynn fire weapon. And you kind of have to use a special move on Lynn right there, see? And you're just kind of gonna float around, slowly floating down, but it doesn't seem to take any stamina. And every time you attack, it seems to shoot out an orb somewhere. So it might come in handy for aerial combat, and for the tough to fight bosses in air mode at least. It is kind of limited because you do have to be within the flower range, but you can hover above it, inside of it, or at least underneath it a little bit. And it doesn't take any stamina when you attack, so if you guys are ever interested in playing this game, you get a whole bunch of dark crystals, and you get a lot of red orbs around Artificial Island, so you can take advantage of this weapon, as it is a very fun weapon, basically, and she's just so fucking OP. God, she's so cool. I will add something, though. I don't know if we're gonna get any future weapons, but if the devs are ever interested, we should definitely see what other weapons can do for DPS support and even the tank class, because tanks are kind of, suffering right now. It wasn't just balance that was, majorly suffering, but hopefully they do add more new weapons that will just amplify other attacks. Maybe we'll get more universal weapons, I'm not sure. But for now, it's just Lynn that's going to be universal. And she goes good with any team, and you do not have to stick with a certain element. You can actually use any weapons you want that forms a balance class and just reap the benefits from that. This video doesn't really have anything to do with the story mode. I thought it would just be interesting to show you guys that you can hunt in Asperia, and you'll still get the Vera coins like I've mentioned in past videos. But it's going to be a little bit more easier, and you're just going to kind of mull through them. Whereas in Vera, you're going to be a little bit more challenged, like you were in the beginning of the game with Asperia and Artificial Island. I don't know if we can go to Artificial Island for any of these, but I do hope that they'll allow us to pick up challenges in Artificial Island, and maybe in Meroria to talk to people and pick up more pieces of the story. That would be pretty fun, But for right now, I'm just it's another fun video, I guess I should say. Someone on Discord did ask me a few days ago at least, how resonance actually works, how classes actually work, and how elementals actually works. So I'm going to be 100% honest. With elementals, you can do a lot, you just won't have the resonance effect. The resonance effect is going to affect the elemental of that certain element that you're using, but it's going to make it stronger and, better for that element. Whereas if you just had, Meryl, Tsubasa, and Coco as a team, no resonance effect, but together as a strong ice team, they do pretty well, and I believe they form balance. So you can also reap the benefits of balance. And so about classes, you're going to kind of love those because no matter what type of weapon you get, you're going to get a type of class. With those classes, you're going to get benefits no matter what. You've got DPS, then you have balance, then you have tank, then you have support classes as I mentioned before. Those you're just going to get benefits from for having a certain team together, you know? But if you want the resonance effect to amplify that element that you're using, you're going to have to, like, get it one of the limited weapons for right now. They're limited, but hopefully they'll move to standard. So you get the limited weapons, and whichever one you want, you basically kind of wait for, and then you buy for, obviously. And that elemental resonance is just going to strengthen the attack, as you also have the class to benefit from. What I really like about Lynn is that you can benefit from the balance class, as well as the elemental resonance, as well as her own weapon effects. And it's kind of interesting because then at that point what she does is she amplifies what you already have, the class benefits. She's going to amplify that, but she's also going to amplify your weapons with or without that resonance. But with the resonance, you're going to get both the class, the elemental resonance, and the elemental effects, basically. And with the elemental effects, what I mean is, again, if you were to just stick with an ice team without the elemental resonance, you can basically freeze the enemy, or you can, you know, knock them back, stun them in a sense, because what Meryl does is when she uses her special barrier is she locks them in, but she also throws them up in the air, so it's kind of like a stun for a minute. And you can just stick with that, but if you want to get some elemental resonance to benefit from, or even from your class to benefit from, you can work with either of those. And if you just want Lynn to work with the balance class and reap benefits from that, as well as reap the benefits from the elemental resonance, then go ahead and do it. I don't think you really need to star her. I got lucky, but again, I did use her without a star, and she was pretty fucking OP. She does everything that you need, basically. But she does really good with 1 star, and that's only if you're lucky, but you don't really need that. You really want to focus on leveling her up and strengthening her, though. That's something that you're going to want, and she takes double the amount. But again, you can just stick with, you know, elementals, which would be a full ice team. Just reap the benefits from that. Full fire team, you know. Or you can also benefit from the classes that you use, both of those. Or you can also just get a limited weapon for the elemental resonance, or you can end up using Lynn to reap the benefits of the balance class, the elemental resonance, as well as your natural elemental weapons. And that's, yeah, basically it, I guess, you know? So that is all the time that I have for this video. But hopefully in the next one we get to cover more of the story. I did want to do that, but I definitely got distracted. I'm so sorry. It's just Lynn can fly. That being said, thank you guys for watching. And hopefully, you know, we just get more videos out.